morning. This is Philmont Christian Academy. We are live streaming from 35 Hillcrest Avenue, and this is Philmont Christian Academy Girls Varsity Soccer versus TCA. We had a little technical issue here, but we're online at this point. This is Philmont Varsity Girls Soccer. The score is Philmont 1, TCA 0, thanks to a goal by Audrey Chapman. Philmont's had some pressure on the net, a lot of play in midfield. Calvary is in white, or excuse me, TCA is in white, going from left to right. Philmont is in blue, going from right to left. All right, looks like we've gotten our technical problems resolved, and we're going to resume the commentary. As I said, Philmont Christian Academy, TCA. TCA has a throw in from the near side. TCA in white, Philmont in blue. TCA throws into the center. Nigella Jones puts it out to Katie Tipton, not able to control it. Goes into the middle. Deanna Otero clears it up a little bit from the back line. Kayla Suggs, but into a TCA player. TCA dribbles it out to the left wing. Turns, spins off of Philmont player. TCA throw in on the far side. Deanna Otero turns nicely, brings the ball back into the middle. Philmont gives it away at center. TCA puts it back to the outline. Audrey Chapman at defense puts it up to the halfback line. Kayla Suggs gets control of the ball, dribbles up, puts a nice ball through. TCA keeper comes out hard beyond the area, kicks it out of bounds over the touchline for a Philmont throw-in. Philmont takes throw-in on the far side. Nobody there for Philmont. Audrey Chapman steps up, gets the ball, turns with it, pulls it back again to the right wing, battling with two or three players. Goes off TCA player for a Philmont throw-in on the far side. Gracie McMahon steps up for the throw-in. Audrey Chapman working on the far side. TCA puts it back into the center. Kayla Suggs steps up, gets the ball. Katie Tipton with an opportunity, goes off of the defense for TCA for a corner kick for Philmont. Audrey Chapman steps up on the far side for the to take the throw, corner kick, puts it well into the middle. Nobody there on either team to get connected with it. Deanna Otero chases over, gets control of the ball, turns it well. Philmont or TCA brings the ball back up out of the ends, their back line, into midfield, dribbles it over to the left side. Dribbles it back into the center, puts the ball back out to the right wing, cuts to the inside. Kayla Suggs gets control of the ball, but back to TCA. Laura Chapman steps up for the ball. Ayana Washington challenging for the ball. Ball goes back to the back line. Deanna Otero gets control of it before it goes out of bounds. Left wing puts it back into the center. Malia McKay in goal for Philmont at this point gets the ball and brings it back out to the top of the penalty area. A punt from Malia McKay. Katie Tipton heads it forward nicely. Katie also gets connected, puts the ball into the penalty area. TCA keeper gets control of the ball, brings it back out again. Punt goes out, bounces hard, and over the touchline for a throw-in. Philmont throw-in in front of the TCA bench. Ashley Erickson with the throw-in midfielder. Kayla Suggs picks up the ball, but it gets off away from her. TCA bringing the ball back up through midfield. Emily Chi steps up, puts the ball back through. Katie Tipton gets a touch on the ball. Audrey Chapman has the ball, puts a shot, and with the left foot into the corner of the net. High in the corner, no chance for the keeper at that point. Laura Chapman with the second goal from Philmont. Laura and Katie Tipton combining well up front to keep the ball under control. Nice left-footed shot from Audrey Chapman. TCA takes tap back to their midfielders. Number 4 puts it out to the right wing. Turns back inside. Deanna Otero taps it up to the midfield, but nobody from Philmont is there. Again, Deanna Otero brings it down nicely. TCA comes in. Audrey Chapman with the ball at midfield. Turns, puts a nice ball through on the right wing. Got pursuit, but Ayana Washington, but the ball gets out from Kayla, puts the ball out of bounds. TCA throw in front of their bench. Nigella Washington in center field puts it back to the halfback or fullback. Laura Chapman puts the ball through. Defense gets control of it for TCA. Ball rolls out of bounds for a Philmont throw-in. Katie Tipton steps up for a throw-in. Laura Chapman puts the ball back, but judged to be out of bounds. TCA throw-in. Katie Tipton steps up, but off the left side of her foot and out of bounds again for a TCA throw-in. TCA puts it through hard on the right side of the field. Got a wing coming through. Emily Chi puts the ball out of bounds, relieves the pressure. TCA throw in the 18-yard line of the Philmont zone. Goes off of Kayla Suggs. We have a TCA player a little shaken up on the field. Um, but she gets up and is okay. TCA puts it into the middle. Kayla Suggs gets her foot on the ball, puts it forward through. Again, Kayla gets the ball up to the front line. It's off of TCA for a Philmont throw-in. Ayanna Washington giving chase on the far side of the field. Looks like we have a foul throw-in maybe, and the ball is given to TCA for a throw-in. Ashley Erickson steps up, but the ball goes off of her out of bounds. Another TCA throw-in. Ball goes through the right wing, but left wing. Philmont throw-in. Ashley Erickson steps up for the throw-in. Puts a strong throw-in through. TCA heads it out of bounds. Ashley steps up again right in front of the TCA bench. TCA puts the ball up through into the midfield. Deanna Otero giving chase. Shoulder to shoulder with TCA player. Nicely played. Deanna gets the ball out of bounds. It's a throw in for TCA. We have a TCA substitution coming in. Number 8 goes out. Got a little ding on the tackle back there. So Katie Tipton steps up and knocks the ball out of bounds. Laura Chapman steps up nicely to her sister, Audrey Chapman. Audrey gets control of the ball. And nice back heel, but ball goes out of bounds for a throw-in. Philmont throw-in. Katie into Kayla Suggs. Katie Tipton challenging for the ball. Katie Tipton combining with Deanna Otero to get the ball out to midfield. TCA picks up control. Kayla Suggs puts the ball out. Ashley Erickson. Jade battling for the ball over on the far side of the field. TCA puts it through to the right side. Back into the middle. Deanna Washington. We have Nigella Jones battling in center. TCA takes the ball away. TCA player evades defenders, but Katie Tipton and Deanna Otero combine. Ball goes over to the left wing for Audrey Chapman. Audrey turns, battling hard, is able to get the ball past 2 players, pulls it back. Audrey Chapman sends the ball into Katie Tipton in the middle. Katie puts the ball in, but goes off of, or gets to the keeper. Keeper gets control. Punt coming back out of the field. Deanna Otero gets the ball down, but not too far. Emily Chi backing her up. It's the ball over to Ashley Erickson. Deanna Otero. Jade King gets the ball. Ball goes over defender's head and rolls just into the area. Malia McKay picks the ball up. Malia puts the ball up to the left side. Katie Tipton there, Audrey Chapman. Audrey pulls the ball back again, puts the ball nicely through to Ayanna Washington, is just offside. We get an offside call at the Philmont or the TCA 22-yard line. Good look by Audrey Chapman, seeing Ayanna on the far side of the field, but in a little bit too early. TCA puts the ball through on the ground. Katie Tipton turns with the ball, keeps it in bounds. TCA defender puts the ball out of bounds for a Philmont throw-in. Katie Tipton steps up and takes throw-in. Looking for players. We're ready to go now with the TCA substitution put into play. Puts the ball through. TCA back line puts it back out again. Deanna Otero puts the ball to the right. Continues to battle TCA defense. We have Laura Chapman stepping up for the throw-in on the near side. Nice ball through to Katie Tipton, battling off of TCA player. Puts the ball outside to her sister, Audrey Chapman. Audrey puts the ball back into the middle for Deanna Otero. Deanna puts the ball up in the middle but to a TCA player. Laura Chapman steps up nicely. TCA gets the ball. Kayla Suggs controls well, puts the ball through to Audrey Chapman. TCA defense puts the ball out of bounds. Kayla Suggs again gets the ball, but puts it through a little too far for the offense. Goes directly to the TCA keeper. TCA brings the ball back down on the left side. Deanna Otero goes over to help and gets the ball out of Jade King, brings the ball up, but it's taken away by a TCA player. TCA dribbles it out of bounds. And we have a Philmont throw-in. Little confusion in midfield there. Goes off of Philmont player for a handball. TCA steps up 35-yard line, puts the ball through. Emily Chi with a sure foot clear. Audrey Chapman challenging for the ball. Turns again. Puts the ball through to Kayla Suggs, not quite hard enough. Jade King with the ball on the far side. Ball goes out of bounds off of Philmont for TCA throw-in. Deanna Otero with a nice turn. Gracie McMahon with some room. But TCA is faster getting to the ball. Gets control. Kayla Suggs turns the ball. Again, Deanna Otero with Katie Tipton. Ball goes off of a defensive player. Jade King gets the ball up. Ball goes out of bounds off of TCA for a Philmont throw-in. Gracie McMahon steps up for throw-in. Ball goes through to TCA and out of bounds again. Philmont throw-in. Jade King takes throw. Ball is through to Audrey Chapman. Audrey turns with the ball. Still has control over it. Has the ball taken away by TCA, but gets her foot on the ball again. Goes out of bounds for TCA throw-in. Correction that. It must have been off TCA. We have a Philmont throw-in. Jade steps up with the ball. High looping throw-in. Goes off TCA player for another throw-in. Kayla Suggs steps up this time for a throw-in. Kayla puts a hard throw-in off of TCA player. Deanna Washington gets the ball, puts pressure on TCA defense, ball goes out of bounds over the end line, and we have a Philmont corner kick. Audrey Chapman will take the corner kick from the far side of the field. Audrey gets ready, steps up for the corner kick, puts the ball into the middle, off of Deanna Otero's head, but not toward the goal. Deanna coming back in pursuit. Deanna puts the ball through. Nobody making a cut in the area, but the goalie, TCA goalie, is able to get there. Ball bounces to a TCA midfielder. Kayla Suggs getting control in the middle. Jade King puts the ball out of bounds. TCA throw in. TCA substitution coming in. And TCA will bring the ball back into play from a throw-in. Off of Jade King's foot to a TCA player again. Ball goes over on the left side. Deanna Otero chases, shepherds the ball out of bounds. Deanna takes a throw-in. Goes to Kayla Suggs. Jade puts the ball inside. Kayla Suggs gets the ball up. Audrey Chapman on the ball in the midfield, puts the ball through. Goes off TCA player out of bounds. Philmont throw-in just beyond midfield. Yeah, this is Philmont Christian Academy Live Sports. We're streaming live from Philmont Christian Academy. This is Fall Classic Day. We have the girls varsity soccer game going on right now. Philmont Christian Academy versus TCA. Philmont is leading 2-0. The ball goes out of bounds. TCA throw-in. I encourage you to subscribe to Super Philmont, the YouTube channel where these streaming is presented. If you subscribe, you will get a have a ball through from Audrey Chapman, a shot low on the ground. Goalie is able to parry it and then get control. Deanna Otero, Katie Tipton gets a touch in the ball. Kayla Suggs gets the ball through to Ashley Erickson. Audrey Chapman going through, but the keeper comes out just in time to get control of the ball. Ball bounces over a couple of Philmont players. Left wing has TCA has control of it. TCA puts the ball out of bounds. Jade King with the throw-in. TCA puts the ball through. King settled it. Deanna Otero comes over to help. Deanna puts a strong kick up the right side of the field. TCA steps up with the ball. Ball goes to Nigella Jones in the middle. She taps the ball out of bounds. And they have a TCA throw-in in front of the Philmont bench. TCA with the ball over on the left wing, challenged by Jade King. TCA puts it back into the middle. Nigella Jones steps up. Ball goes back to TCA. Katie Tipton with the ball at center. Audrey Chapman comes back with the ball through her back heel, puts the ball through hard on the right side. It's into space. Keeper comes out. Keeper is outside the penalty area, so we will have a free kick. It's too late now. Okay, so we have a free kick over on the right side. Audrey Chapman stepping up for the ball. Puts a hard shot in, but defender for TCA gets the ball. Audrey gets the ball back again. Sidesteps one keeper. It's off of a TCA player for a throw-in on the right side. Gracie McMahon chases the ball and takes a throw-in. Ball through to Audrey Chapman, who saves the ball from going over the end line, puts it back into the middle. No one's making a cut, but it goes off of a TCA defender for a corner kick again. Audrey puts the ball through. TCA defender gets the ball. TCA bringing ball back up the field. Deanna Otero comes back hard from being up on the front line, is able to connect the ball. Laura Chapman steps up. Ball goes off of TCA defender. TCA gets the ball over on the left wing. Jade challenging for the ball. The ball goes off of not sure who I think it's a TCA throw-in, but we have a TCA player shaken up in the middle. Received a ball to the face from her own player, but she needs to have some attention on the sideline. We have a substitution for TCA. Referees paying close attention to anything to the head. We have TCA throw-in on the far side of the field. TCA throws the ball in. Kayla Suggs with the ball. Dangerous kick. It's an indirect kick from right outside the penalty area. We have a very dangerous spot here. So we have a dangerous play called on Kayla Suggs. TCA puts the ball in, it's through. And Malia McKay comes out, is able to get control of the ball. Malia with the punt. Audrey Chapman with the ball up the left side of the field. Audrey dribbling into the center. Turns again. Audrey has a lot of company from TCA there, but is able to get the ball. TCA is able to get the ball out. TCA brings the ball back up the right side. Stops and turns. Challenged by Katie Tipton. Puts the ball into the middle. TCA puts the ball back up to the front line. TCA throw-in on the far side of the field. Jade King steps up to challenge. Ball goes out of bounds again for TCA. No, it's Philmont throw-in. Good pressure by Jade. Ball's in the middle. Ashley Erickson challenging for it. Ball over on the left side. Kayla Suggs challenging. Kayla puts the ball out of bounds. TCA throw-in. TCA puts the ball in. Deanna Otero controls nicely. Steps up again. Katie Tipton with a gentle shot, but follows up. TCA comes all the way over to the right side, but is not quite able to control it. We have a Philmont throw-in. We have a substitute coming in. We have Ayanna Washington coming in for Ashley Erickson. Have a collision on the near side of the field, but no call. TCA throw in on the far side of the field. Ball goes out of bounds off of Philmont. TCA throw in again. Kayla gets a side-footed shot, but out of bounds again. TCA puts the ball through. Kayla Suggs steps up nicely with the ball. Gets the ball up the right side of the field. Katie Tipton again steps up nicely, takes the ball off her body. Looks off of perhaps the hand or maybe the shoulder, not called. Audrey Chapman challenging for the ball, steps up, gets control, but another TCA player. Nope, Audrey gets control again. Audrey puts the ball back to Kayla Suggs. Kayla puts the ball back up. Deanna Otero settles the ball nicely, steps up through and puts the ball through, but not through the final line. Kayla Suggs taps the ball up again. The ball rolls through, but it looks like it's going to be to the keeper. Ball roll goes from the keeper, goes all the way out of bounds. You have Philmont throw in front of their bench. Jade King steps up with the ball. Nice throw in by Jade. Laura Chapman clears the ball nicely. TCA puts the ball back through to the right side again. Emily Chi in pursuit. Ball goes out of bounds for a TCA throw-in. Has some TCA substitutes coming in. This is the Fall Classic. We have a girls varsity soccer game going on right now. TCA versus Philmont. Philmont in blue, TCA in white. This will be followed by a boys varsity soccer game. And then there will be a retirement celebration for Chip Struck and Joel Bacon, both of whom have retired, but left last spring when we were online only, and so the retirement celebration is being held today. Both of these gentlemen served over 43 years at Philmont. Each of them served over 43 years. So that celebration will take place at 3:30 here at Philmont. Right now we have girls varsity soccer game. We are in the middle, or in the first half, nearing the end of it. We have Philmont 2, TCA 0. TCA just put the ball out of bounds over the end line. And that will be the halftime whistle. We have Philmont Christian Academy versus TCA 2-0 at the halftime. This is the live streaming of the Varsity Girls Soccer game at the Fall Classic. We have Philmont Christian Academy versus TCA. We're at halftime right now, and so we're looking at some promotional slides. We encourage you to check out Super Philmont, the YouTube site, which is used to where all these live streams are hosted. If you subscribe to that channel, you will get notification of live streams that are coming up. Today is a Fall Classic, and we have many events going on today. We have the girls varsity game at this point. We have a boys varsity game following this. In between those two games will be the senior recognition for seniors from all our varsity teams, for our fall teams anyway, cross country, soccer, and tennis. We have an alumni staff versus varsity girls tennis going on right now. Not an official game, but it is it's a fun time of playing. After the or at During the boys varsity game, there will also be a cross-country run. Alumni, anybody who I think is interested in a fun run here at Philmont. And as I said, the boys varsity game will also be live streamed. And then we will have the retirement celebration for Mr. Joel Bacon and Mr. Chip Struck, who retired last year, but due to the pandemic and not being in school physically, we were not able to have a good honoring of those two gentlemen. They served for 43 and 45 years, respectively, and we want to honor them, and so that will take place today at 3:30. The teams are getting ready to take the field again. Referee is blowing the whistle. We have Philmont Christian Academy versus TCA. Live streaming from the Philmont campus on 35 Hillcrest Avenue in Erdenheim. Philmont is in person this year. We are taking many precautions, and there are many procedures to keep things safe. The students are very cooperative, and we are enjoying being back. One of the benefits is that we do have our sports in session, and so this is one example of that. We have the girls varsity soccer. Philmont in blue. Philmont will be going from the left to the right side this half. TCA is in white. TCA will be going from right to left this half. Okay, we are getting ready for the second half tap. The teams have taken their place on the field. The referees are in position. Audrey Chapman will take a tap. As with the changes in the rules for the past year or so, you can now tap it directly back. Ball goes back to her sister, Laura Chapman. Audrey is in the middle challenging for the ball. TCA puts the ball forward. Deanna Otero gets touch on it, dribbles forward, keeping control, and now puts the ball through, but is not able to find Audrey's foot. Deanna takes a nice touch, puts it through to Audrey. Audrey evades TCA player, puts the ball through, but is able to be collected by the TCA keeper. TCA keeper punts the ball back out. Ball over on the right side. Ball runs up. Laura Chapman steps up for a throw-in. Excuse me, that was Katie Tipton. There's Laura Chapman, settles the ball, nicely, puts the ball through. Audrey Chapman is battling for the ball up on the front line. Ball comes through, is challenged by Nigella Jones. Ball comes through to Audrey, just pops up a little bit. Jade King puts the ball out of bounds. TCA steps up for a throw-in on the near side of the field. Kayla Suggs steps up. Ashley Erickson puts the ball nicely through the gap. Audrey Chapman coming in on goal. Puts the ball and it's in the net. Ashley Erickson fed the ball nicely through to Audrey Chapman, excuse me. Audrey got control of the ball through the gap, dribbled, settled the ball, and put the ball over the keeper into the far side of the net. So we have a Philmont score, 3-0. TCA steps up for the tap, puts the ball back to their midfielder. Audrey Chapman steps up to challenge, gets the ball, but TCA comes over and gets control of the ball. TCA puts the ball out to the right side, but Laura Chapman is there challenging for the ball. Hard on her back is TCA. TCA continuing to challenge. Laura puts the ball out of bounds for a TCA throw-in. TCA throws in but goes off of their own player, out of bounds. So you have a Philmont throw-in. Laura Chapman takes a quick throw-in.